Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about gas water heaters. So first thing, you walk up, you see the water heater. One of the immediate ways you know it's gas, you can see it has a flue pipe. Electric water heaters will not have a flue pipe. It also has a gas line that connects as well. So there's your giveaways. We had a gas water heater on our hands. So first thing I like to do is look at the data plate, figure out the age, the capacity of the water heater, manufacturer, all those details. After that, take a look at the tank itself, look for any damage, any potential leaks, anything of that nature that may be going on, rust, things like that. Then we'll take a look at the inlet and outlet. We got to make sure these are copper. They're required to be copper for the first 12 inches on a gas water heater. So verify that your inlet and outlet supply lines are 12 inches of copper. If it's anything else, we have to write that up. Also, while you're here, you'll look at your flue pipe. Make sure it has 1 inch clearance all the way around it. It has to go from down here. We're in a basement right now, so this flue pipe will go from the basement all the way out of the roof line and terminate up there, so we don't have any carbon monoxide leaking in the home. So you just take a look at the flue pipe, make sure it has clear contact. It's clear of any contact, at least a minimum of 1 inch, which this one looks good. Next, we're going to look at, we are on public water supply here, so we're going to make sure it has the expansion tank installed. Which this one does. They're usually white or blue tanks. You'll see them above the water heater typically. Next, we're going to look at the TPR drain line. We can see here we have a drain line that is sloped up. Whenever the drain line is sloped up, we have to make sure we have the sediment clean out, because when they slope up, so occasionally they may get some sediment built up in the elbow, and if there's no sediment clean out, it could cause a clog in the line and cause the tank to overpressurize. Next thing we're going to look at, we are in a finished basement. Although this area here is unfinished, it's just the utility room. The areas on the other side around it are finished. So we want to make sure we have an overflow pan with a drain line or a water shutoff sensor. This one does have the overflow pan. You can't see it from here, but the drain line runs around the back and terminates outside the home. All right, next thing we're going to look at on the water heater is the sediment trap for the gas line. We got to verify that there is a sediment trap, which we do have one here. We got to make sure it is not in a T shape, but we have that L shape with the little drop at the bottom, which we do here, so the sediment trap is going to work properly. Also on gas water heaters, since they are gas powered, they do have a burner at the bottom of the tank. So we're going to just pull off the cover here. This one is an enclosed tank at the bottom, or enclosed at the bottom, so there's a little viewing glass so you can check and make sure that the burner in fact is coming on. Sometimes the water heater may already be at the temperature it's set to, so if you want, you can just turn it up a little bit. You'll hear that water heater crank up. Just take a look in that viewing glass. Make sure the flame's nice tight, blue flames. Make sure there's no debris inside there, any rust or anything like that. This one looks good, so we're just going to go ahead and put that cover back on like we found it. Also, when it comes to gas water heaters, obviously it does have to have fresh air, so that for the combustion of the burner at the bottom. So you just want to check the room that it's installed in, make sure there's some sort of air, if the room is big enough that it gets some kind of fresh air intake. So we can see we're not in an enclosed closet in this area. It does have plenty of room, lots of ventilation in this area, but if it were in an enclosed closet, you have to make sure it has some kind of a fresh air intake vent or a louver door, something so that it can get fresh air into the tank, and that way it functions efficiently.